Okay, so one really positive thing about camping at Watkins Glen is they actually have firewood for you, but it's not just any old firewood, it's dried, pre-packaged. It's not like that wet stuff with all spiders in it. A lot like Stewart's. It's $8 a bag. You can get 3 for $20. This is of September 2021. And you go into the office where you register, you get a key, you deposit your money, you go out to the shed, you unlock the shed, get your wood, bring the key back, and drive off. They also have ice, $3 a bag. But here's the rub. When I camp, my favorite type of firewood always to get, and I usually buy like at least 4 bags before I go, is Stewart's wood. Yes, it weighs down the car, but it's worth it. You get a huge bag of it for, I think right now it's also $8, but you get more, and it's kiln dried, and it'll burn in any kind of weather. It's perfect. Also, I think they use hardwood, so it burns longer, and it's amazing. Stewart's firewood is the best. So a comparison between just the sizes, and then I'll do a comparison at tonight's campfire. The Stewart's wood bag on the right, as you can see, it says Stewart's Shop. Split wood, hardwood, so it definitely burns a little longer, and it is lovely. Still have a bag and a quarter left. I think I might try to go to a Stewart's tomorrow and get another bag, because here is the wood that they give you at the office. It's a small bag for $8. I think it is dried. It says approved and treated firewood, pest-free, New York State, and total props. It's provided by a woman, owner Nancy Payne. Way to go, Nancy. However, these are some seriously small, little thin pieces of wood that'll burn 1, 2, 3. So I think 3 bags on a cold night, it's getting down to 40 something tonight, will go really quick versus the Stewart's. And then the Stewart's bag, which is a heavy one, you get all different sizes. You get the little thin ones for starting it up or cooking. You also get like big chunkers, like this big boy right here, and they can actually split if you wanted to make smaller wood. If you're like me, use it for the fire later on when you want to get toasty. It's a really great campground. The sites are kind of hit and miss. Some of them you have a whole bunch of privacy, like this site right here, and it's huge. Other sites, however, are kind of small, not much privacy, and then you have sites like on the inside of Loop Tuscarora, where you're just on a field and literally anybody walking to the bathroom can see you. It's pretty quiet. They don't 100% enforce the rules of generator hours. There were several times where people had their generators running at 9 a.m. past 7 o'clock at night, which is a little frustrating. You are also quite close to the racetracks. You can hear the cars when they do have a race going. It's not that bad though. There's also a trail from, I believe it's Onondaga Loop, that leads directly to the North Rim Trail, or sorry, the South Rim Trail for Watkins Glen hiking, which is nice. You can also easily drive down and park, and it's completely free since you're camping here. You can also buy ice here. It's $3 for a 7-pound bag. Both systems of buying wood and ice are kind of through the honor system. There's a little box inside. You deposit your money, you take the key, you go out to the shed, and you get your bag of wood, or you get your bag of ice. Overall, it's a really nice campground. Like I said, a lot of the spots are hit and miss, at least here in Tuscarora. One other quick addition is there's a gift shop down at the base of the main entrance. There's also a cafe, so if you're just coming here to hike, there's a little cafe. You can grab lunch before or after you go. Definitely suggest going early or later in the evening, even in September during a weekday. It gets pretty crowded. I did my first hike there on Monday, and it was crowded, like weirdly crowded. A lot of kids too. for a weekday. I also hiked around part of the loop I missed yesterday, and it was still crowded, not as bad, and yesterday was a Wednesday, and overcast too, so I don't know if that had anything to help with it. Hopefully it did. So go early or go later in the evening to avoid the crowds. Make sure you have good protection, good footwear. Some people are wearing like thin little flip-flops. You're doing, you know, you're going on slippery surfaces. I saw like one woman fall. She was with a group of friends. She ended up being fine, but still, proper footwear is the way to go. You are going to get wet through certain sections, especially when you walk through Rainbow Falls. You walk under a waterfall. It's absolutely magical. It feels like you're in Middle Earth, like walking through Rivendell and Elrond's gonna like pop out. But it's very wet, so just be prepared for that. And that's also where kind of bottle up, like get a little bit of a bottle up there with people, because it's incredibly gorgeous, so everyone wants to stop and take a photo. Other than that, I mean, it's definitely worth it. You know, you could see why that Watkins Glen is one of the most popular state parks. It's absolutely amazing. And the camping isn't so bad. So, until next time.